Welcome back to the Easy SBC channel, and in today's video we are going to be showing you the best tactics to use with the 4-2-1-3 formation. We all know how meta this tactic has been this year, and here is the best way to set up your team to utilise the tactic perfectly. The tactics code is on screen now, however let's jump into some gameplay footage and just break down each different player, how we actually use this tactic to get the best out of it. As for our back four, we have our left back and right back both set to full back defend. This means they maintain a deep line and very rarely get caught upfield. They focus on positioning over aggression, they're crucial for keeping the shape and preventing overloads on the flanks, and they're very ideal against wide formations or overlapping wing backs. At centre back, we've got both defenders on the defend duty with the defender role. No risk taken here, they're not stepping up to challenge unnecessarily, they sit back, clear the danger and cover for each other. These two act as a wall in front of your goalkeeper, they don't push the line too high, even in a pressing setup, which does prevent the through ball exploitation. Also a quick tip, do not drag your defenders out of position to press, keep them as they are, use your CDMs in this formation to do the running around and defending for you. Screen the passing lanes with your CDMs, do not control the defence as I said, and you should be okay. Bottom line is, this defensive structure isn't flashy, but it's actually highly effective. It's built for control, not total chaos like some other formations, and if you're someone who values tactical shape and shutting down your opponent's rhythm, this is the foundations that you want. At CDM, we have a double pivot on both deep line playmaker, defend, and like ball winning midfielders, deep line playmakers stay more central, intercept intelligently, and don't rush into too many tackles. They absorb the pressure and form a screen in front of our back four. They're always in position to block passing lanes and slow down opponent counterattacks. These two are not box-to-box runners, so don't expect them to join too many attacks, and instead their strength lies in sitting in the half space, recycling possession under pressure, and dropping between centre-backs if needed when building up from the back. You create a permanent defensive screen that protects your centre-backs and frees up your full-backs to stay conservative, and the benefits of a double DLP are that it forces the opponent wide, it eliminates gaps between midfield and defence, absorbs central pressure without leaving too much space behind, and simplifies your defensive shape. In possession, when your team has the ball, our CDMs don't do anything too flashy, and that is a good thing. The job is to drop into the space when centre-backs are under pressure, offer an easy outlet to keep possession calm, switch the play from side to side, and then feed the ball to our cam or wingers without taking too many risks. Out of possession, they don't press too high, and instead they keep our defensive shape well, they read the play, anticipate cutbacks and block through balls, and if your cam or wingers lose the ball in transition, our CDMs are always there to slow things down and allow the backline to regroup. Alright, now let's talk about the guy pulling the strings just behind the striker. Our cam is playing as shadow striker with the attack duty, and this is a game changer in the 4-2-1-3 setup. Our cam's not sitting deep spraying passes like a classic number 10, and as a shadow striker, he's basically a second striker in disguise. He's always lurking, timing those late runs into the box, popping up in spaces where defenders lose track of him. This role is amazing because he just links absolutely everything. When your striker drops deep or pulls wide, our cam's flying into that gap. Your winger's cut in, he's right there, supporting the overload or ready for a cutback, and if there's a loose ball on the edge of the box, guess who's first to it? When you're on the ball, you'll find your cam float around the central space, then suddenly make a sharp run into the box or hang back just enough to smack in a rebound or a cutback. He knows just exactly where to be, and it makes this role so dangerous. Look, he's not here to defend, he might press a little, hassle the opponent's CDM when they're trying to play out from the back, but mainly he's chilling in that pocket, waiting to spring into action, and that's totally fine. That's exactly why we've got two CDMs behind him holding down the defence. A couple things to watch out for is that he might feel a little isolated if your striker isn't involved that much. If Retegui for me isn't holding it up or dragging defenders around, the cam's runs won't be as effective. And also against packed midfields, it can get a bit tight in there, but that's where your wingers come in, stretch the pitch, make space, and let our cam do the work. Alright, now let's talk about our two wingers. They're both set as inside forwards, balanced, and like a classic winger who hugs the touchline and whips crosses in, these guys are built to cut inside, attack the box, and link up centrally. The balanced duty means they'll still track back, make smart decisions, and stay involved in build-up play. They're not all-out attackers, but they're definitely not passengers either. In matches, you'll see that our wingers do a bit of everything. They start wide, pull the fullback with them, then boom, they cut inside into the half space, looking for a 1-2, a shot, or that killer pass to our cam or our striker. If the defence shifts too narrow, they'll stay wide and keep the pitch stretched. They aren't also just there for dribbling, they're part of a triangle with your cam and striker. If our striker drops deep, the wingers are darting in behind. If our cam makes a run into the box, they're feeding him, and if nothing's on, they're patient enough to just recycle it back and reset. The reason this works in the 4-2-1-3 is that the setup only has one cam and a lone striker, so your inside forwards are super important for getting into scoring positions, offering wide to central combinations, as well as creating that overload between the opponent's fullbacks and centre-backs. You'll get goals from wide areas with these inside runs that drag defenders out of shape. The press, support and finish, not just spam crosses, and most importantly, they offer balance. Yes, they're very good attacking threats, but they're not reckless, and that's what makes them so important. Last but not least, let's talk about our striker. striker, and this man's of course on advanced forward attack. Of course, our striker is all about one thing: goals. Our striker here isn't dropping into midfield or trying to link up play all of the time. He's sitting on the shoulder of the last defender, waiting to pounce. Through balls, he's chasing them. Cutbacks, he's there. Loose balls in the box, yeah, he's first to it. He's your typical number 9. They're direct, aggressive, always looking to make that run in behind. This role is perfect for a 4-2-1-3 setup, especially with a shadow striker behind and 2 inside forwards getting in. We've got 2 wingers feeding in from wide, a cam making late runs, and our striker, he's stretching the line, pinning defenders and staying ready for that final ball. You'll see our striker make diagonal runs behind centre backs, sit between defenders waiting for the cam or winger to slip him in. He'll finish quickly, absolutely no messing about. He'll lay it off when needed, he'll pull defenders around, which opens space for our cam and the wingers, and most importantly, he's always ready to get on the end of the ball. As you can see through the clips playing throughout this video, he scores so many goals for us, whether that's for a through ball, a cutback, or just an all-round very good piece of play. He's always there putting the ball in the back of the net. If you did enjoy a deep dive into this 4-2-1-3 tactic, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you want to see a deep dive into a different tactic. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.